Hey ladies and gentlemen, Richard Kenobi here, and I'm back again for another MLP Season 5 review, and today we have Episode 23, Mcolts, Hooffieds, and Mcolts. Sorry if I mispronounced that. So this episode, of course, it starts off where we see Fluttershy and her animals. They're at a book club, but then of course her cutie mark starts growing and she is summoned to the castle. So of course she goes to the castle and the animals still continue to redo the books, even though she said don't do it after I leave. So of course she goes to the castle and we see Twilight is all excited because her cutie mark is glowing up too, so she's gonna be able to go with her. So of course, she said she could have teleported to go get her, but of course she was preparing. She has been studying and getting ready for multiple kinds of friendship problems, you know, calculating, doing math equations, this and that, even though she was just summoned 5 minutes ago. So she's really excited. She's packed their bags, and of course she shows them where they're going, this small little town where there are two mountains separating it. So of course, she makes poor Fluttershy carry the bags because it's nothing but books and books, and there are some blankets and food, but it's mainly just books. And of course, poor Fluttershy has to carry it on her back, and then we finally see, instead of flying there, they take the balloon! Yes, the balloon from Season 1 and is used in every opening. Yeah, I know, it's crazy that they're finally using this thing. So of course they go to their destination, and then they fly the rest of the way, and poor Fluttershy still has to carry the books on her poor back. And then of course, Twilight of course lifts it up, and then she says she's so excited, so she's sorry if she seems, well, she makes up her own word, but if she seems anxious. So of course, then after, there's pumpkins firing at them, and it destroys the backpacks. And of course, these pumpkins just keep coming over there. So of course, they fly to the source of where these pumpkins are coming from. And it is of course coming from the Hooffieds, mainly Ma Hooffied, who is having a feud with the Mcolts for reasons they don't know. So of course they're excited to see the princess, and Princess Twilight says, well, why are you hating? I mean, she says, we just do. And of course, Fluttershy communicates with animals, of course. And then after, they go to see if they can talk to the Mcolts. So of course they go over there, and then they think they're spies again. And they say they're surprised that they have a new princess because they apparently missed this. So of course we get introduced to the main leader, Big Head Mcolts, who is like if Yosemite Sam and a blue pony combined. Not kidding you. So yeah, this is a redneck episode, by the way. Yeah, that's nice. So anyway, they're talking to them about it, and they want to know, well, what's going on. So Twilight comes up with ways that she can solve this out from using her book. And she finds a way to talk to them all by using her magic to amplify her voice to sound like a microphone. And of course, Fluttershy again communicates with the animals. And after that, the other side, the Hooffieds, they fire another pumpkin back at them. And then when Twilight goes to talk to them, she says, wait, no, stop. And they say, oh, we thought they were bothering you. Okay, so then they stop. And then after, they try to do something to get them to negotiate with each other. But when that doesn't work, and it doesn't work, you know, it's back to the drawing table. So of course, Twilight comes up with a way, maybe we should find out why they're fighting. So they ask them, and it's the same. They want to win, and they want to seem dominant. And Twilight, of course, is having trouble calculating all of this, and she just doesn't know what to do. So of course, she finally convinces the other side to apologize to them. So they bake them a cake, a giant carrot cake, and then they bring it on the side, and it turns out the Mcolts haven't had cake in ages. So when they bring it in, that's when all hell breaks loose.
It's a trap!
because it turns out they lied. They didn't get the part where she said, oh, you know. So of course they start attacking them, and then after that doesn't work, they all go back. And then after that, you know, Twilight is at the end of her rope, and then all of a sudden they start fighting. They all just start fighting. And, you know, the fighting is continuing going on, and of course, Fluttershy is trying to save some animals. She even saves a tortoise. And then after that, Twilight goes, and she just moans because she starts ripping out the pages, because this was her chance. She tried everything, but it just did not work, and she doesn't know why. So of course, then that's when all of the animals come to Fluttershy because they're hungry, they haven't eaten. So of course then, they start talking to Fluttershy, and they tell her what happened, and she tells Twilight, I have an idea. So of course, Twilight tries to talk to them, to get them to calm down, but of course, that doesn't work, so then she yells stop, and she fires a freeze blast so powerful she's able to freeze all of them, but she does this with great strain because she said freezing 6 people is easy, but an entire army is hard, so she's straining herself trying to hold on to it. So of course Fluttershy talks to him saying, before you continue to go on this pointless war, there's something I need to tell you. The animals know what happened. So she tells them that for a while, you know, the animals lived in prosperity, along with these 2 other brothers who were McCruff and Hooffieds, and they found this place, and they had 2 different goals that they didn't agree with. The first brother, Hooffieds, he wanted to make a garden so he could feed them and keep them healthy. But then his brother wanted to make sheds so he can keep them warm and they would be fine. So of course, when they didn't agree with each other, they would start messing up each other's plans by destroying the garden patch, the equipment, taking down the house, cutting down trees, various other things, until to the point where it grew and grew, and they separated and they were on their own side. And then after that, they pretty much, their ancestors, or the people that now live there, they inherited this. So they have been doing what the brothers have been doing for years. And then of course, you know, they come to this conclusion that, okay, they'll keep this place, keep going. Sorry guys.
So it's time you both put your differences aside and come together. If not for yourselves, then for the sake of these cute and cuddly guys. You must! For the animals!
And, of course, after that, they say, okay, you can unfreeze us now. So, of course, Twilight unfreezes them, and then after that, you know, they agree to be there with each other, and they agree to keep the place going, if not for them, but for the animals. And they, of course, do the traditional thing where they spit into each other's hand and shake hands. And then after that, everything is fine, and of course, Twilight and Fluttershy head back, and poor Fluttershy still has to carry all of the books. So, yeah, thoughts on this episode. It was a good episode. It was really good. Not sure how I would rate it, but I would say it is a great episode. I like, you know, okay, finally now Twilight has something to do because she hasn't gone with them since the first episode and second episode. And it really is great to see Fluttershy and Twilight, you know, sort of be with each other and try and help these people out as best as they can. And it's nice to know that everything they've done in the previous episodes, it doesn't work here. So again, I really do like that, and I like how, of course, you know, oh, okay, this plan doesn't work, try this. This plan doesn't work, try this. And honestly, I think the moral at the end is somewhat similar to Avatar: The Last Airbender. There was an episode, of course, where the Jowls and I think the Yanes, I could be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, no, they were fighting because they thought something different had happened. But Intel makes up a lie saying, no, that's not what happened. They were just playing a game, and one of them was just put in the penalty box. They weren't fighting or arrested, they were just playing a game. So I think that's sort of similar here. It's the same thing here, but it's a lot different. So, and I did like the banter between the two sides here and then. So yeah, that was really good. And overall, I just really like this episode. So I would give this episode a 7.5 out of 10. So yeah, guys, overall, if you enjoyed this review, then please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out. And until then, guys, this is Richard Kenobi saying, may the Force be with you. Later, guys.
Again, y'all. Whoa. Good God, y'all. What is it good for?
I find it good for absolutely